Hello! Welcome to another episode of FOF Talk. This week, I am going to be telling you about how I've actually used FOF Travel. Last week, Krista told you about how she actually used the FOF Travel concept before, and that provided inspiration for creating FOF Travel. But what I'm going to tell you about is how I've actually used the actual FOF Travel system. And before I start, let me get the elephant out of the room. Yes, my hair has been dyed, and it is meant to be a rainbow. The blue didn't come out. I'm hoping to get another blue maybe and re-dye it, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Let's talk about FOF Travel. So, the first instance where I've actually, well, it's not the first instance that I've actually used FOF Travel, but it's one of the most useful ones, was when I had a friend coming to visit London, and she needed an Oyster card. In London, the Oyster card is a card that you top up with money and you use it on all the public transport. It's really useful. So, but you have to pay a deposit if you want to buy one. And I was like, well, one of my friends must have a spare Oyster card. So, I went on to FOF Travel, clicked on the pin on London, clicked view opportunities at this location, which filtered all of my contacts for the people in London. And then I selected all of the ones that I wanted to message and sent them a group message. I can do that because I'm a premium club member. If I wasn't a premium club member, I would have had to gone through my network list, find the people in London, and message them each individually. But since I'm a premium club member, I managed to send them all a group message, so it was just one package. And lo and behold, one of my friends had a spare Oyster card, and it turned out that that Oyster card was actually from a friend of hers, so it was essentially coming from a friend, which was kind of cool. The other instance is that I'm actually going to Berlin in September, and I, kind of booked the flight on a whim because Berlin is one of the things on my bucket list. But I haven't booked accommodation. I don't know what there is to actually do in Berlin. I don't know what sections I need to see or anything like that. So what I did was I sent out a broadcast on FOF Travel, which just sends a message to everybody on my network. And some of them replied. I got replies from a FOF, not an actual friend, but a friend of a friend, who had lived in Germany before, and she recommended this ex-professor of hers who does tours. So I'll probably do a tour with him and on one of my first days so that I, get a bit of a feel for the city. Some of my friends who had already been to Berlin before suggested things to do, places to go, which was really awesome. It's actually really been useful in planning my trip. If you, watching this, have any tips for me going to Berlin, feel free to comment in the comments below because I could use any kind of advice. And it's been really heartening over the last few weeks to see people on my personal network messaging each other, asking for things from like festival equipment to a ride from London to some other UK town to, tips and information about some random Canadian city, or that they're going to India and need ideas of things to do. It's been really cool, and shows you that FOF Travel can actually be really useful, and it's actually quite fun. So that's how I've used it most recently. And so and I'm sure some of you watching this must have your own kind of semi-success stories on FOF Travel of how you've used it. Feel free to comment in the comment section below and let me know how you've been doing and whether you've managed to use FOF Travel effectively. If you have any other questions from me or Krista, feel free to message us on Twitter or Google+. Just add hashtag FOF Talk and we will definitely reply next Friday. Cheers and see you next week.